work in our spiritual community. So we appreciate all you guys out there, okay? And, if you guys can throw a donation towards our way, we've just decided to start taking them after 8 years, but it took a professional, Suzanne, to come along and remind us that, we can get paid for our time too, but we've got some good information here, so we enjoy sharing it, and that's what we're doing. Now, I've got a whole bunch of new numbers. I don't know how they know on the hour to call in, but it's like have you ever noticed when you go into like a Dairy Queen? I'll use that for instance because I worked there. It was my first job as a kid. But it seems like we'd go in lulls. It seems like everybody would come up, and there'd be 5 or 6 people, and then there'd be a lull, and then there'd be 5 or 6 people, and then there'd be a lull. So this is amazing that the radio shows work this way. But let me see here. There's some numbers I don't recognize. Some people just hang on to listen. So, but let me try. I don't think 480, and there's some 480. Did we get to you yet? I'm having to guess. They're all mixed. 480.
Nope, you didn't.
Hi.
Okay, great. Well, give us your name and where you're calling from, and we'll get started.
Okay, my name is Shiloh, and I'm calling from Phoenix, Arizona.
Shiloh. Huh. Well,
go ahead, Suzanne.
Yeah, so first of all, Shiloh, I'd like to ask you if this chapter of your life, the past year and a half, has been a challenge and has been a series of unexpected difficulties, not anything that anybody could have ever said, these are the things that you can overcome, but you've tried to maintain a really good attitude, and today you're calling because you're really feeling hurt about something that's deeply personal. So would you like to ask a specific question, and we'll go from there?
I guess just job-wise, do you get any feedback or anything as far as maybe where I should even look? Or, I mean, I wish I could do something I liked for the latter part of my life, but it just doesn't seem like that's going to be possible. So as far as jobs I could stand, any ideas?
Yeah, sure. So, Shiloh, I want you to first validate a point with me. Have you gone through a lot of difficulties in the past year and a half?
Yeah, but nothing unforeseen. Like, I'm used to difficulties, so it wasn't like any of them were ultra shocking or anything, just ongoing.
Okay. So let's just say you could have your dream job. What would your dream job be?
Working with animals, pretty much anything working with animals.
Okay. I love animals, too. I really love animals. I love dogs. I love cats. I love rabbits. I love horses. I love goats. I mean, I love the whole thing. So are you somebody who can psychically talk to animals? Shiloh, are you there? TJ, I dropped off.
Shiloh, you'll have to call back in. Yeah, it says that her phone, I guess either she was out of time from waiting on a hold or that's interesting, but she'll call back. Let's try 6.
Okay.
Let me try 678. Did we get to you yet?
No,
678?
you haven't.
Oh,
what's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, I'm calling from Georgia. My name is Gina.
Hi, Gina.
Hi, Gina. I'm going to let you talk to Suzanne, and then I may chime in. Okay, go ahead, Suzanne.
Gina, tell me what the weather's like in your area today.
Not hot, but pleasant. So I know the fall is coming.
Okay. You place a great deal of emphasis on social graces, people being polite, having good manners, and things being orderly. You're calling to talk about a decision you're trying to make. I think your mind is pretty clear about what you think is the right thing for you in this decision, but you just kind of need to bounce it off somebody who's not directly involved in your life. So do you have a specific question that we can talk about today?
Yes, about my job, or I don't want to say my job, or I guess my career. um, see what is going on the shift of me like not being in contract anymore because I'm a contractor for a health insurance company, and just want to see what's the next step, like the next opportunity.
So you work as a contractor for selling health insurance policies?
No, I just work at no, not that part. I'm more on the Medicaid part.
Okay. So I'm trying to get a little more vibration from you, and I know you're worried, so it's kind of hard. But can you, without telling me what your job is, can you just sort of describe your responsibilities?
Do you do contracting, like billing and coding and stuff for different people?
I do the medical records part of the working with children, like that's in the system, the state. So we have to make sure that they get their appointment on time because once they enter the state, and they with foster parents, so we help with that. But I don't do all that part.
Okay, what do you do?
I just do the document management, like the record.
Okay. So, first of all, I feel as if the work that you're doing is not really your full potential. I feel like it serves one part of your needs, but in a whole other way it doesn't serve your needs. So I don't think that you're going to be unemployed. I think you're going to receive another area of work that you're going to be involved in. I'd really like to see you go to work on looking online and filling out your resume and really putting effort into it. Keep your resume lean and mean. Keep that resume really, really lean and keep it really concise. And I think that it's just one of those things where the time for you to do that type of work is finished. It's time for you to do something else. You're extremely conscientious, very, very logical, and definitely a person who puts 150% of your effort into your work, and you create really good results. So you are incredibly reliable. So just kind of take that feeling with you that you're really good at your work and that your work is good and it provides a good service and that people really need you. Keep that feeling going while you look for that, and come the middle of November, you'll be in a new situation where you use more of your skills, get paid more, and enjoy your work a lot more.
Okay, great.
Do you like being around medical at all? Do you like working with medical at all?
I do.
Well, this is a big trend. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say I work from home, so that's why I haven't really put it out there. But and this is my first time ever working from home for the company.
Oh well, everybody's going to that. So you're in trend. You're in trend. You're where you need to be. So this is a big change, and it seems a little strange. But are you in Georgia by chance?
Yes.
Okay. There's a lot of call centers that need that, people at home, and you can work on your own hours, 4 to 6 hours a day while you're in between contracts. But there's a lot of companies I used to go to. Are you near Duluth?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Oh, you may want to look over there. I used to pull over there. I was a truck driver. But there's all kind of places over there in Duluth, Atlanta, Marietta, But there's something going on for you. Do you mind if I pull your cards?
Sure.
Okay. Sometimes I feel impressed too, and sometimes I don't. But Suzanne's the power psychic tonight, and I really appreciate her pulling, the energy. But is it okay, Suzanne, if I just run her cards while you're thinking?
No, please. It's good. I just once I got the vibratory message from her, I didn't really have any. You know what? You really. TJ's giving you a lot of practical information, but once you start talking, you don't really have any, this is an easily resolved problem, and I really kind of want you to, feel good about this change. It was time for you to make a change, and I don't think that you ever sit down and acknowledge how good you are at your job and how accurate you are at keeping your files well organized. So this is a long overdue change, and you have not been getting paid enough for your skills. And so it's kind of like I think last year you were thinking about maybe making a change or, considering another opportunity, and you didn't do it. And you just sort of wrote it out. So in this situation, the thing is that you've got to be proactive. You've got to be assertive. You've got to be on top of it. You've got to push. Not because you don't have the talent, but because there's a part of you that, wants the reassurances that it's okay. And I want you to tell people that you're good and that you are the right person for the new job that is coming up for you. That's what I want to see for you. So, yeah, let's see what TJ has for you, and I'm going to mute myself.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just looking at your cards as what we call a mini rating. It's only like 9 cards and then destination card. But it looks like you came in this time, in this reality, is the way I say it, or in this third dimension or third density. But it looks like you were wanting to follow your dreams, but your guides took over, your higher self in the now, that people say, what's going on for you now? So right in the middle between 2 high guides, you've got your money card in the now. So they've got you protected on both sides. One's with the world creation and one's with your higher self. But she was all about love and abundance. So she's got your family care. But your money card is 8 of Pentacles is very powerful, and it shows you're protected. In other words, you're not going to do without, okay? You don't have to do it for the money. So you're going to be doing this for the love of humanity and relationships and for your higher calling. So they're showing me that you're going to be helping the health. You're being called into your higher guide self, but you will – the highest part you're going to get is by helping in modernization of the new health codes and service. And what I know, I'm just learning about integrative medicine, but the future funding is huge in the ecosystem. And they're just saying that they'd like you to get familiar with the terms. And it's while the traditional paradigm is switching over to a virtual or remote card delivery, which you would understand working at home. And it's needed, and it's going to be a multi-billion-dollar, trillion-dollar industry at home now because all the baby boomers are coming up, and those that don't have, some of them don't have health insurance, are fixing to go through this huge growth, okay, that's attracted into taking care of people. We're calling it the consciousness environmental movement, where all the health insurers and providers and health plans, investors, and health care with all their stakeholders and vendors, including the federal governments around the world, are reshaping the whole entire program. So you're actually where you need to be. You just need to get into that group Medicaid advancement and put in your LinkedIn resume as a contractor. But I would very much study into recreating yourself into the cyberspace, managing and protecting other programs that are expanding in this transition, because you're perfectly – you're at home, you're remote, you're close to Atlanta, Duluth, and you can work this to your advantage where you can get way up on the dollar value. Have you considered taking medical transcriptionist or coding with your computer knowledge at home?
Billing and coding. I thought about that because I'm in the medical records or document management.
Well, that would be your next step as far as your academic world, education world, and we're all about adults continuing education. And they're going to be looking for, no offense, but, the type of people that want to progress. And it's okay to say that you want to advance. So your personality is really sweet and kind because you came in with heavy understanding in your past life and education. So you weren't really looking for what you've got this time because your dreams were leading you, believe it or not. So I want to ask you something because I'm looking at your card